yeah, I feel like I'm getting a lot of views on some of the things that I'm posting, but it's not really converting.
Okay.
Um, and I feel like trial reels has helped me kind of get some followers, but I don't just want to grow my page for the numbers. I want to build like a community. I want to actually provide value. I want to be
Yeah.
a page which is like a source of good information, which any mom like can come onto um, in the postpartum fitness space. Yeah, and just like take something of value away from it. Also,
Sure.
just to give you a bit of an idea, as of the 1st of August, which was this Saturday just gone, I have a Star Stay Challenge. So I've onboarded 10 women, it's actually 11,
Wow.
to do like an 8 week like fitness, like these are mums, so an 8 week fitness challenge completely for free. So I provide them with like exercises and meal plan and stuff. And that's purely because I don't have any actual clients just yet.
Sure.
So this is just like a good way of me to kind of get transformations, reviews, and they've all agreed to providing before and after pictures throughout. So like I
Yeah.
think that's great. Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at right now.
So first things off the bat, and I know I will dive into some of the experiments that you can implement, but
Yeah.
I want to start by congratulating you because you're definitely on the right track.
Hmm.
Especially like what you're saying is similar to even my position where
Yeah.
you want more conversions, but maybe you don't have all the testimonials or case studies in the world to back it up. And so the best thing to do is exactly what like I'm doing here on these lives and what I do with you guys is, well, how can I help people for free and use those case studies? And
Yeah.
so kudos to you. You've already figured that out. Where did those 10 moms come from? Did they come from your content? Did you reach out to them yourself? What happened?
So three of them are actually three women I know,
Okay.
which is great. And then the others came from just messaging me on Instagram because I made a story saying, "Hi, I'm looking to run a free challenge, looking for approximately 10 women." That's what I wrote.
Yeah.
I didn't know that it was actually going to fill up. But then I got like quite a few DMs. One person dropped out today, but that's because she's got like a 3 month old who apparently is an absolute Velcro baby, which is another set of challenge
Yes.
which mums face. But anytime you offer anything free, you're gonna get people who will drop out naturally, just
Of
because there
course.
is no
There's
commitment.
no
Yeah,
stakes. Yes.
exactly. Which I was like, if I could get at least 3 or 4 women to commit to it for the full eight
Yeah.
weeks, I'll be happy. Like I'll be more than happy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I found them. Three women I knew already who already followed me, so they saw that I launched that challenge, and then the others were just women from Instagram.
So, first off, again, fantastic job. Before I get into some of the specifics, this you mentioned this 80,000 view video. Did
Yeah.
this one bring in anything of value here besides views? Like, did you get a lot of followers from this? Did you get any leads or anyone that reached out, or was this purely just views and that's why you brought it up?
So this one actually got me, I think it was like 50 something followers.
Okay.
And actually, from after posting this video, because I've got a free product offering, a free core guide, postpartum core guide
Mm-hmm.
in my bio. Um, and I did see an uptick in clicks on that and downloads of that after posting this video.
Sure.
But I'm quite aware that this is very like, I think it's top of funnel, however you
Yeah.
want to call it. And I don't want my page to just be all top of funnel, but I appreciate
Understood.
it does work in terms of getting initial traction in. So yeah,
Sure. Totally understood. Okay.
yeah,
So, and I'm noticing that on your page too. Like, I'm thinking you're doing a really good job of balancing. Like, okay, this is for views. This is to
yeah,
this is to build trust. Like,
yeah.
this is about your story. I mean, you're already like you're honestly when I look at a lot of this content, I'm like like there's stuff that I can learn from. You're doing better than me
Okay.
in a lot of these areas in terms of sharing your story. Like,
Hmm.
this is about you, right? Right here.
Yeah, yes,
And
yeah.
like
It's like
yeah,
all, yeah, that's another kind of story
I
kind of
I
thing.
honestly think like I should be asking you more of the questions than you should be asking me because I'm what I'm really struggling with is sharing more of my story too in my content. And you already have that down. You have some videos here that work for views. You have some videos here that work
Yeah.
for trust. Now, in terms of what you're saying about conversions, I mean, do you have any posts on here that says something of the the sorts of like, I'm looking for, similar to your story, I'm looking to work with 10 moms, just like how you did with your story. But do you
No,
have a
not
post
on the
like that?
main feed. No, not on the main feed. I think you know the third video here. You've got where I lost 22 kilos
Yes.
postpartum. I've got
Uh-huh.
before and after. So in that video, I kind of briefly go into here over the next 8 weeks. If you go up a little bit, um, I basically say I introduce a challenge
Sure.
basically, but it's not like inviting any more women because I've already got the 10
Sure.
for now. So that's the only kind of thing post I've made on the challenge.
Sure. So you're doing this 8 week challenge with the women here. Some have maybe dropped out. One thing that I've found that has worked really well for me in terms of, because I, again, like you and I are pretty much in the same boats here,
Yeah.
where I work with you guys for free. Hopefully the results that, or the experiments I give you guys, result in something beneficial.
Mhm.
One thing I found is to, obviously you need to get permission with your moms, but um, I've found that when people are just held accountable one on one, it doesn't work as well as being held accountable publicly. And so
Yes.
for me, like whenever I'm giving someone like yourself, for example, an experiment to try, right after this, I might post on my story, "Hey guys, I just gave Aria this challenge, and let's see if like
Okay.
let's all hold her accountable and see if she will, pursue this." What you could do with the 10 moms is, how do you interact with them? Do you have them just one-on-one calls, or do you have them in group calls?
No, it's just one on one, and right at the moment it's just been WhatsApp. So like,
Okay.
I'm just available for them anytime on WhatsApp. That's why I've made it clear during this time.
Okay.
So it's primarily WhatsApp.
One thing that, and chat, feel free to chime in with your thoughts. One thing that might be beneficial for you, Aria, and this is purely for like building the case studies, not even really about the content just yet, is to take those moms that have agreed to do the challenge and do a group call with all of them. And when I say a group call, I mean ideally something like this, a Google Meet or a Zoom, where everyone can introduce themselves face to face and everyone can publicly state their goals. This is why I do these experiments that I give you guys. I specifically do it on live stream. For this is one of the main reasons. One, of course, I can make content out of this for YouTube and stuff, but
Yeah.
but also I know that if a chat is watching you guys and watching me talk to you guys, more often than not, you guys will be more likely to follow through with these experiments, because we have Georgie who's watching you, we have Jess who's
Mhm.
watching you, we have Nanzo who's watching you, we have Berger who's watching you, we have Elisa who's watching you. All these people want you to win, and
Yeah.
so I'm hoping that that adds like a little bit of fuel to the fire to pursue this. I think this also works in your situation. If you bring these moms in to a group call, do that once. Everyone explains what their goals are, and then ask them, "Hey, is it okay if I put this on my Instagram story?" And you could even do, since you're already so good at storytelling, you could even make posts, and what I'm giving you is an idea that I'm actively making this content myself right now,
Yeah.
is I'm trying to make stories out of all of these conversations for my page. And
Yeah.
so you could make, again, an experiment to try is you do a video where you're explaining this challenge and you say, "Hey, meet, let's say Elisa. Let's just say that's one of the
Yeah.
moms. Meet Elisa. Elisa is X, Y, and Z. Here's what she's currently struggling with. I've tasked her with this, and here's day one of her journey." And you're telling her story publicly, and you like people can follow along these different characters. What I'm giving you is literally what I've been thinking about this past week. Like,
Okay.
I've been watching a lot of the YouTube videos that I have on my channel from these conversations, and I'm like, how can I make this even better? And what I've been thinking about is, for example, this conversation here, I might turn this into like a storytelling type video where I say, I might for the hook of the video say, "I'm getting no views but no leads. Why?" And then I'll say, "Well, meet Aria. I just spoke with Aria on live stream. Here's where she's at. Here's where she's trying to go. Here's what the challenge I've given her, and let's see where she goes. Follow along for part 2." You know, these are
Yeah.
all ideas that I am actively exploring, and I think that could be helpful for you. Is how can I, with this group of moms, broadcast everything I'm doing? Obviously, again, to as much of as they consent to, but make it as public as possible. That's one of the benefits that I've seen from these experiments, is that I've talked to a lot of people on these live streams. A lot of people have found these experiments to be very helpful. I've already gotten a lot of results from it, and so now I can publish that on my stories. I can publish that on my YouTube. I can publish that everywhere, and now I'm like building social proof in real time. So hopefully that gives you some ideas, Arya.
No, I absolutely love that idea. Just and I really hate to think about like the negative things,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like my only concern is obviously well, they're all mums,
Mm-hmm.
and they are majority of them are super self-conscious
Sure.
and have asked that any transformation pictures that they do send me, their faces are blurred out, which obviously that's quite common, right?
Sure.
So I'm just like thinking in advance, would they be okay with like me kind of putting an absolute spotlight on them or getting them all into
Sure.
a call for me to publicly kind of post about it. So I guess like my question with that is, what if I don't get that consent, but then I do have consent from their transformation videos? Or is there any way that I could tell their stories without them actually talking?
Yeah,
If that
absolutely.
or maybe
Absolutely.
sharing
Yep.
some of their conversations to kind of, because I'm sure that they'll allow me to share some of the conversations as long as I strip out any private information, right?
Sure.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm actively working through that right now with some of my past. I'm looking at the YouTube videos that I've made so far with these conversations, and I'm like, oh man, I don't have a lot of footage of these interactions besides the YouTube video. Um, and so I'm actively working through, okay, what ideas can I do? One thing that I'll leave you with before I get into some of the implementations here
Mhm.
is you might not get all of this right on your first go around. Like this
Yeah.
first cohort, you might pitch some of these ideas to them. You might say, hey guys, I want to do a group call. They might reject that idea. You might say, hey guys, I want to do storytelling videos spotlighting you. I want to put you on my stories. They might, let's just say they reject all of that.
Yeah.
What you could do is after this 8 weeks, you post another video on your Instagram that says, hey guys, I'm looking for, here's me. I lost 22 kilograms postpartum. I'm looking
Yeah.
for 10 women to help for free. Now here are the stipulations, and then you just you go through the criteria of like what I'm going to do for this next challenge. I'm going to tell your story. I'm going to do it on stories. Then you're giving the rules up front. Anyone that interacts with that, they are basically obliging. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Obliging.
Yeah. They're agreeing to it
Yeah, they're
because
exactly.
I've made it fun. Yeah.
And so to your idea of like, how do I convert more? I think this principle will just help you as you go forward.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you're doing so well already with like some videos that are getting views, and you're telling a lot of your story, you're showing a lot of footage, you're talking, like this is all great. I think
Yeah.
the only thing that you need now to convert more is just every now and then post a video where you say, hey, this is what I'm trying to do, and and just set the rule. Like what I do on my stories is I'll say like once a week, I'll say I'm looking for 3 people, just kind of like how you did, who want to hop on my live streams and I can help for free. So I'm giving the rules up front. I'm saying in order for me to help you, you have to hop on my live stream. And so anyone that joins, like you, for example, you knew before we even started talking, this was going to be on my live stream. I'm going to make a YouTube video out of this. I might even take this. Actually, I should probably do this now. I might take some video of this for Instagram, which I'll do now.
Yeah.
And so you've already agreed up front to the rules of engagement, basically. So, again, I know like I'm not getting too into the weeds with the content per se, because again, like everything you're already doing is working flawlessly. I know that sometimes the views or whatever, like this video gets 600 views or 900 views. I know that might seem like discouraging, but when I look at your page, you have less than 2,000 followers, and you have videos that are getting like this has 2,800 views, and this is all about you.
Yeah.
To me, like you look at this and you're like, this might have been a flop maybe, but to me, I'm like, how can I do that for myself? I want to make a storytelling video where it does better than views wise. So just know that like on the other side of the table, I'm looking at your page with a lot of admiration. So yeah, I think the best experiment I could give you is that what I just said, that 8-week challenge, having a public accountability, setting that as more of the criteria. I've found that to be helpful. I used to do these. I used to try to help people one-on-one privately,
Hmm.
and same thing as you. I found that I spent too much time chasing and following up with people,
Yeah.
and that people weren't consistent. They might have tried an idea that I gave them for a day, but when I
Hmm.
have them publicly hop on the live streams and then they know that there's content being made out of them, so far I've had a lot of the people that I've talked to actually pursue at great lengths the suggestions that I've given them. So
Okay.
I think public accountability will be a good one for you.
Okay. Yeah, no, I really do like that idea because it's not something that I had thought about. I was thinking of doing like a weekly kind of update to kind of share my side of things in terms of
Yeah,
obviously offering a free challenge, which I
yeah.
think I'll still do. But now I think the idea of incorporating the women's stories into it, it just adds a different layer, completely different layer, right? Um, yeah,
It's something that
that's
I'm
it.
trying to do. I think that would
Yeah,
be incredible for my page, and that's why I'm giving it. Since you're already in terms of a skill set, you're better than me at storytelling. That's why I want to give this to you because I have such conviction that this would do well on my page, and so I want to give this to you to try. And
appreciate it. Yeah.
you could even like if you wanted to make fake names or
Yeah,
use like cartoon images or whatever, make it fun and
yeah.
interactive. You could use like that's something I've been thinking about with some of the stories of my past guests that have been on the live streams. How do I tell their story without showing them? I've been like drawing up little cartoon stick figures, making it kind of fun and like engaging. Um, there's different ways. There's also a guy that I really like here. Um, Let me stop sharing just this tab. I'll share my whole screen. I don't
Okay,
know.
cool.
I don't know if you've ever seen this guy, and I don't expect anyone here to really have seen this because this isn't part of the like the business niche, I guess. But have you ever seen Ryan Trahan by chance?
No,
So
no.
this guy's like a vlogger. He's in the entertainment world. He does a lot of like fun challenges and stuff. But his
Okay.
editing, let me see if I can find maybe a short. He does this really funny. If I can't find it here on the live, I'll share it with you just in the DMs.
Hmm.
He has this really unique way of editing where he can tell a story about anyone without showing them because he uses like these just really cheeky like Canva images of himself. Oh, right here. Like this is a perfect example.
This is my friend
So
Mitch, and he.
let me.
Is it possible?
I'm gonna share the tab so you can hear this.
Okay.
But this could give you an idea of like how to tell a story. You don't have to go this crazy with editing, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just saying like how to show or share someone's story without showing them personally. Let me
This
see where to go. There
is
we
it
go.
possible for a 2-year-old candy to become the top candy in America? My dream has always been to make Joyride with no fake junk and less sugar, the next great American candy brand.
Just
So
wait.
to make that happen,
Mhm.
I'm introducing the 50 States Challenge. The first state to make Joyride their #1 candy wins. You're probably wondering, well, what do I get if my state wins? Great question. Your state gets its own custom Joyride candy. Something like California State Bears, Illinois Deep Dish Pizzas, or New York Big Apple Rings. This is not going to be an easy task. America's been eating the same old candy for decades. So whether you're in the mountains, in the city, in the farmland, or even Gary, Indiana, it's going to take every single one of you showing up for your state. So send this to a friend you want to join the challenge, and I'll see you on this.
Oh, does he not? He doesn't have it. Okay, I'm sorry. I just made you guys watch
It's
a Ryan Trahan video without the actual editing example. Let me just show you that. Sorry, guys. He has. I'll send this to you via DM so I can find it. But like, you see this cover here where he has like this emoji
Yeah.
of a plane. He'll do
Mhm.
this a lot, especially when he's talking about other people, where he'll use like these funny, like emojis or graphics or whatever, and it's very cheeky how he does it. It's really good. It's really good.
Okay.
But you could do that for example, one of your moms, like
Yeah.
have an emoji as the image and then have the emoji like move on screen and stuff, and it's just a really fun way that he tells his stories. I'll send some videos to you via DM, but that might give you some inspiration for how to
Yeah,
tell
that'd be
someone's
great.
story without showing their face.
Yeah, yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to do any crazy editing because I'm just using
No,
Instagram edits to be
I
honest.
don't,
But
and chat, I don't
but
think
yeah,
anyone here should be doing any crazy editing like that. Like this guy has a whole team
yeah,
to do that. But the way that he does it, man, I'll send it and you'll understand. But I think that could be a good way too, where you're telling someone's story without showing them personally.
Yeah. Cool. So, if you don't mind, I've got a quick question as well.
Yeah, of
So,
course.
um, I think you're probably a good person to ask because obviously we're kind of in the similar kind of similar but not really similar stage, I would
Yeah.
say. What do you do about like all of this, firstly, conflicting growth advice?
Oh
Uh,
man.
there's
Oh, I
so
love it.
much of it. Sometimes I get so overwhelmed, like I'm scrolling and I just literally decide to just shut Instagram altogether because I'm just like, this person's saying this to grow, this person's saying this to grow, and this, and it's just like, this, it just gets so overwhelming sometimes. And yeah, I just don't know. I think it gets so overwhelming to the point where you kind of stop and be like, okay, well, I don't know how to do any of it. So my mind's like fried right now, and that's it basically. So yeah.
Chat, with what Arya just said, can anyone just type in the chat if you relate to what she said? This is the main reason why I made this page.
Yeah.
100%. And Arya, I'm going to give you a condensed version. I'm going to be ending our session a little short because I'm kind of like crazy slammed with you guys wanting to hop on here.
No,
So
that's
I'm gonna give you what I think will really help you, and then Arya, let's please reconnect. I'm happy to have
yeah.
you come on as many times as you want.
Mhm.
So I made this page with this exact problem in mind, and I spent basically I'm sharing you a Google Doc. I think this will be helpful.
Mhm.
I spent the past several years studying every big creator, just like how you were describing, trying to
Yeah.
figure out what is the actual truth. If one person's telling me to steal viral hooks and the other person's telling me not to, and then one person's telling me to post 10 times a day and the other person's telling me not to, which person do I follow? It didn't click for me. I was stuck with what to do until I realized that every piece of advice works, but at different or in different contexts, right? So like different things work for different people basically. And so I made this framework in my head that has really helped me out with my content journey. I call it the 7 levels of content creation. And what that means is, and I have creators that you should listen to at each stage basically. What this means is I believe that there are 7 levels to go from like just starting posting to becoming, the best in the industry. And the first level is when I just started, January of this year. My only focus was to make content consistently. And so the people that I listened to when I was in this stage where like I was just trying to post consistently, these are
Mhm.
the only creators that really help in this category for me. Everything else I realized that consuming more advice would ultimately hurt you, or hurt
Yeah.
me rather. And so I wanted to filter which advice should I listen to at which stage. So I listened to these guys when I first started, and my first experiment I gave myself was post every day for the next 30 days straight without missing a day. Don't worry about engagement, just to gather data, and I listened to these people. The next stage was once I posted for 30 days straight, I realized, okay, well, I want to make better content now that gets more views, followers, sales, etc. And so I started listening to these creators and these creators and these creators. I will remind me and I'll send you a DM explanation. I actually just filmed a YouTube video about this whole breakdown
Okay.
today. So I will send this to you via DM. I want to make sure I honor our next guest here too, Arya.
Of course.
But
Of course.
I think, a complete answer to this question that you have, because
Okay.
I was struggling with this for years until I figured this out. So remind me to give this to you.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate that, and I really appreciate your time right now as well.
Of
Thank you
course.
so much.
No. I appreciate you. You stayed up super late. Let's definitely reconnect. I'll give you a doc with some things to try, and then let's reconnect in a couple weeks, or at least,
Yeah,
please, come back to our stream at least before the
I
8-week
will.
challenge is over, and we'd love
Yeah.
to see how things go for you.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks, Arya.
See you.
All right,
Bye.
bye.